What up? This your man, B Double TV, back at it again. Yo, man, this is probably one of the most delusional Kendra G calls that I've ever seen. Yo, this chick, this chick pretty much described the male version of herself in which that she does not want to date. So we're gonna go ahead and spin the block on this video and we react to it because the stuff that she says, yo, I was like, what in the entire chick, you just describe yourself. Like these chicks out here really don't know. Like I don't. These chicks is crazy, dog. I don't think they know what they be saying until later on down the line, until after they say it. Like, cause she makes no sense. I'm like, chick, you just described yourself. But let's spin this block. Let go.
Hello.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi. Have you been here before? You look familiar.
Nope, never
All right.
been here before.
What's your name, Bo?
Nisha,
Nisha, where you calling me from?
Los Angeles.
LA. How old are you driving?
I'm a passenger.
Okay. What do you do for a living, baby?
I do case management.
You do what?
Case management. I'm a case manager. Case manager.
Do you have any kids?
Pretty much, she's broke. Like I hate this. This is why in the last video I did that women, they love these job titles so much because they try to make it seem all fancy and like they're important and everything like that. And some women abide by these job titles in regards to the type of man that they want to garner, keep, marry, things of that nature. Half of these women don't know that most of these job titles is just a fancy sounding name, and that is really only an entry level or average position. A case manager. Well, she's a case manager. That's an entry. It's an entry level position, but they'll go ahead and use the job title or try to fancy up the job title to make it seem that they're more important than they really are. Pretty much, she's a customer service rep. Honestly, at the end of the day, that's what a case manager is. You're pretty much a customer service rep, so to speak. But let's go.
3 kids.
How old are your kids?
19, 14, and 2.
How old are you, Nisha?
I'll be 40 next month.
Okay. Do your kids have the same father?
3 fathers.
Why not with your
Of course, they don't have the same father. Do black women kids ever have the same father these days? She's 40 years old, 3 kids with 3 different fathers. I mean, are we surprised here? I mean, I'm not. But by now, this is not surprising. For the past 20 years, this has never been surprising to us. It's like the majority of chicks, we expect the majority of black women to have kids by multiple men. I don't know why these chicks continue to have kids before they marry. I don't know why these chicks refuse to have kids by different dudes, just pretty much gambling the pussy away with different dudes, hoping for a better outcome. And they'll give this nigga a kid, this nigga a baby, this nigga a baby, and then still end up single, looking for another nigga to possibly give him a baby, and just to keep repeating the cycle. Man, when is this gonna stop? This shit is so fucking pathetic. But let's go, man.
Daddy.
2-year-old dad?
I have to write a book to explain that to you.
Give me a paraphrase. Give me one chapter.
A narcissist.
Isn't it always he a narcissist? Like that's what chicks always call a man a narcissist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Half of y'all don't even know the real definition meaning of the word narcissist. And from my personal experiences and the narcissists that I've witnessed, they always seem to be, I'm not gonna say a dude of higher value, but I will say they always seem to be the type of dudes who has his head on straight, who has a nice job and or a career, make a decent amount of money, has standards for himself and his girlfriend and or wife, and it's just pretty much, he has some type of structure. He has a lot of structure in his life, and he wants to apply that structure to his significant other as well. And they always deem these peak type of men as narcissists and or controlling. But in my personal experience, the men I come across who I deem as narcissists generally and mostly tend to fall in those type of categories. And so I'm calling cap on her man the latest baby daddy being a narcissist because you got 3 baby daddies, 3 kids by three baby daddies. It's safe to say more than likely that, especially the last dude who agreed to be baby daddy number 3, is probably broke. There's no man of self-value who has standards for himself, and especially get the bag like that, is wanting to be a multiple baby father. It just doesn't happen. It's laughable. Only broke niggas who hug the block, sell drugs, who ain't gotten a pot to piss in, is willing to be a chick's multiple baby daddy. That's just how that go. Let's continue to spin this block.
Why you have a baby?
You don't know until you know.
You found out after you had a child?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay.
They always find out after the child come, don't they? It's always after the child get here.
Time, Nisha.
I'm a Cancer.
All right, let's do it. Nisha, 40.
Misha with an M.
Oh, Misha. My apologies. Misha, 40. Case manager, 3 kids. And the Cancer. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for an honest man, a man that's emotionally intelligent, a man that has his ish together, a man that's willing to be a man to a woman, willing to compromise, able to hold a conversation, communicate, someone that I can trust. Can you hear me?
Misha, who's driving? Put the camera on the driver.
Sister.
Oh, hey,
Hi,
girl. Hey, boo. Okay. All right. What's some deal breakers?
Deal breakers are multiple baby mothers, more than 2, 3 kids.
Wait, hold on, Misha. And I say this with all due respect. You have 3 baby daddies.
But my kids are grown. My
but you
children
still
are
got 3
grown.
baby daddies, so why can't he have multiple baby mamas?
Okay, so young baby mamas, young kids, young baby mamas.
So we can have 3 baby mamas, but they just can't be young?
They can't be young kids. No.
So it's about the kids, not about the amount of baby mamas.
Both. I don't want no young kids, no multiple baby mamas with young kids.
How long baby mamas gotta be?
No, not the baby mamas. The baby mamas are adults, I'm assuming. No man with young kids. And
well, that's why I said because
mamas.
No, I get that, but you said not multiple baby mamas, and that's why I said you have 3 baby daddies. So you don't care how many baby mamas he has.
Right. Meaning no, like I said, no more. I have 3 baby daddies. So no more than what I have. 3.
That's multiple.
No more than, well, yeah, and there's men out there with more than that. So that's my max.
Okay.
She's about to get to the stupidity of this, but I just wanted to interfere real quick because I mean that's common sense. You should, and women should, have the standards of pretty much that kind of matches there. But here's where the stupidity pretty much starts to come in.
3 baby. Okay, what else?
As far as deal breakers, no abusive men. A man that's can hold himself accountable.
They're telling me that she said no young kids, but you got a 2-year-old.
I do have a 2-year-old.
So why can't he have a young kid?
Because there's only room for one young kid. I don't want to deal with the young baby mom.
So you don't want to date yourself. So if you was a man, you wouldn't date you.
If I was I would date me.
Well, you have a 2-year-old, but you're saying if a guy had a 2-year-old, you wouldn't date him. So the things that you have, you wouldn't date.
As a man, for a man, yes.
So if you were a man with your resume, you wouldn't date yourself.
Exactly.
Probably not.
So, but you want a man to date you?
Absolutely.
Of course. The delusion, the stupidity. I'm gonna break it down in a second.
I'm being real, Kendra.
I'm just saying things so maybe you can hear what you're saying because you're basically describing yourself and saying what you don't want, but then you want a man to date that.
But if you have a Listen, because I'm speaking for myself. I'm a mother, and I know what entails as a mother. Me having dating a man with a younger child, there are some stipulations that I'm gonna have to make adjustments.
You don't think a man has to make adjustments when he dates a woman?
No, because my child's father is not in the picture per se.
Exactly.
Well, you still have a young child, so you still have to be a mom first. So let's say your child gets sick, you have to choose your child over him, so he has to make adjustments to date you with a young child.
Yeah, and this is my story. So whoever is open to my story, I'm assuming they would come forward and present themselves.
You're not even open to your story.
I'm open to my story.
You would not,
of course,
date yourself.
If I was a man, I wouldn't date a woman with young children. No.
So yeah, you wouldn't. So if you were a man, you would have dated you because you have a young child.
But I can do what I want to do.
That's fine. But what I'm just saying is, I'm not sure if you hear yourself. You just said if I was a man, I wouldn't date a woman.
Probably not. I'm nervous as hell, Kendra.
Hold on. Hear this real quick. You literally just said if you was a man, you would not date a woman with a young child. You have a 2-year-old.
Uh-huh.
So that means if you were a man, you would not date you.
Only because like I said, I know as a woman what we expect. And with a man having younger children, there's a baby mama back there wanting something, needing some time, attention, money that I'm not willing to compromise with.
But see, and that's the point. She said as a woman, she knows what to expect. And that may be the stupidity and the major problem that lies in Black women as well, because y'all think that the man doesn't know what to expect when they're walking into a relation, when they're walking into a situation when a single mother has all these kids, and especially by multiple dudes. And I think that's where the problem is. They think that being that they're the single mother and they're with the kids 24/7, that men don't know what comes with, dating with a single mother, putting up with a woman who has multiple kids, or like we don't know, pretty much we don't know that type of lifestyle or what comes with that. That's very far from the truth. We know all too well what comes with that, which is why there's a huge movement today of men, not wanting to date single mothers. And not only that, they're voicefully saying now, back in which they weren't doing this just 5, 7, 8 years ago, they weren't saying en masse in public that they're not willing to date single mothers. Now the door's just been blown open. The majority of men everywhere across the globe are saying, what the hell with single mothers? We don't want to date single mothers because we know what comes with dating a single mother. And she just pretty much expressed herself that, of course, she knows what comes with dating a single mother. That's why she wouldn't want to date the male version of her. But what she fails to realize is most single fathers, they don't have the custody of their kids. So they're not with their kids on an everyday basis like a single mother is. But it just goes to show the delusion and stupidity of Black women with this type of mentality. Like she wants a dude to date her. She got 3 kids by 3 different dudes, and the youngest is 2. But she doesn't want to date pretty much the exact same person who's a male. It's like, make this shit make sense. Make it make sense. Let's continue to spin this block.
Okay. Does he gotta make a certain amount of money?
No.
As
long as he's self-sufficient, takes care of himself, and can add to me once we connect, then that's fine.
Add to you how?
Dating. I like surprises. I like gifts. I'm not expecting him to have a certain amount of money, but just be able to step up to the plate as a man.
Okay. Now your 2-year-old dad, you told me he was a narcissist. So y'all co-parent well?
We don't co-parent.
So he's not involved?
No.
So will there be drama if a guy got involved with you?
No drama. He's not involved.
Okay.
And that says a lot right there. And it usually tells us everything we need to know. When a woman has a child, especially, a young child, anywhere between the ages of 1 month old all the way up until, let's just go to 3 or, 4 years old. But her child is 2 years old. When your child is 2 years old and you're still single and looking for another man, oh, and to add to the fact that you had 2 previous children before that 2-year-old child, and the fact that you stated that you got 3 baby daddies for those 3 different children, they don't is they don't understand what that says to a man. Like the common denominator is you, and you are the problem. Like, and they just say this like with no type of shame whatsoever, and with no type of shame that's what it is, and you have to accept it, and that's just what it is. Hold on, let me run this back because she said I wanted to
Let's do
say
the
something,
Kendra
but I
Cam.
kind of forgot this. She
Okay.
said something.
Now your 2-year-old dad, you told me he was a narcissist. So y'all co-parenting well?
Oh yeah, okay,
We
I
don't
know what
copy.
it is. The fact that being that the 2-year-old's father is not in his life, it pretty much tells the man one or two things. One of three things actually. Either he's dead, in prison, or that he's one of those Pookies and Ray Rays broke as fuck, and you ain't really trying to claim him. Because men who have their shit together, and especially have a job and or career, we're not going to get a chick pregnant and just walk away or act like there's not going to be any type of repercussions or consequences because of exactly that. There are always consequences for when a man who has a job or career, if he walks away, that we fear of our paycheck, our weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly paycheck being cut in half, garnished in half every time we get it. This speaks volumes to men, especially smart men, because we know that if you just had a baby and that dude is no longer in your life, more than likely he's a broke nigga that you're not really trying to claim, and he's not going to really do squat for you because he can't do squat, and or that you're probably embarrassed of him and that you got pregnant by him, and yeah, like you want the next dude to pretty much of a greater value to swoop in with the cape on and save your life from save your fucked up life, your life that you messed up with the previous dude. I mean, y'all don't understand how much volumes this speaks to men. When you have a young kid, 1 to 2 years old, and you back out on the market looking for another dude, like it's the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me. Like, this speaks volumes, and this is why men stay far away from seeing mothers who have young children, very, very young children. We don't even want to deal with it at all.
Here.
So he's not involved?
No.
So will there be drama if a guy got involved with you?
No drama. He's not involved.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam. Let's see. Okay, you definitely got a cute shape. The sun is kind of getting in your face, but we can kind of see it. Girl, I'm gonna just tell you right now, the cousins are cousining. They're kind of reiterating some of the things that I said. Have you ever thought about your requirements, how they are a contradiction?
I actually didn't think, and I'm honestly nervous as hell. So I'll probably replay this and be like, "What the hell?" But
One thing I like about my is I do think people use the word delusional. I don't know if that's the case. I just think that sometimes people describe things and not real. I mean, in your case, you literally are describing a lot of things you have that you do not want to date. So it just sounds crazy. I think people listening back. But we'll move forward. Do you want more kids? Oh, is it a freeze up? I think it might have froze up. I'm not sure if she left.
Kendra always plays light and pretty much love taps these women, but when men come on with the same type of issues, she runs them through the ringer. Like, remember when she pretty much started to get into this chick, she said, hold on, with all due respect, because she didn't want to offend her. She didn't want to make it seem like she's come across as mean, nasty, or offensive. But with men, it's none of that type of grace. She gonna give you the real hardcore Kendra G. If you got kids by multiple women, she fucking runs your ass to the ringer like you ain't shit. But when women come on here, because it's the majority of women that come on here, and the majority of them, of course, have kids by multiple dudes, but she treats them with kid gloves. She treats them with all types of grace and like they still deserve a certain type of standard and or respect that they, to be honestly, quite those standards of respect pretty much it relinquished itself when they made the decisions of wanting to become a 3-time single mother with multiple men for her children. Like, again, where has the world coming to? It's the audacity for me. But let's go ahead and let this finish and play out.
Left, or if it got disconnected. Let me see if it got disconnected or not. I'm not really sure. Let me see if someone said, look at Zach.
KG, she want better for herself than herself. That's what you got to understand. It's okay. I get what she was saying. It's okay to want better for yourself than yourself.
Wait, what does that even mean, Zach?
Why would I want myself when I can get better than myself? She want better than herself. She know her.
So pretty much what Zach is saying, that truth be told, homegirl she knew she won't shit, so she don't want to date the same type of person that she is, because she knows she ain't shit. So she ain't trying to date another ain't shit dude, even though we know that's all she's been getting throughout her life. You got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, that all 3 baby daddies won't shit. Well, I'm not gonna say that about the first, because we really don't know nothing about any of them. But anytime a dude chooses to be baby daddy number 2, 3, 4, and 5, he ain't shit. Ain't no dude of any type of self-worth value who has immense standards and self-respect for himself is going to want to willingly choose to be baby daddy number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We don't roll like that. Like, it's like how would I even be able to tell the story of how I met the chick that I either married or in a relationship with, of how, yeah, this is my girl, man, this and that. But you know what I'm saying? She got kids right now, though. She got kids right now. She got 3, 4 baby daddies, but you know what I'm saying? Ain't no thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no drama. It just sounds so pathetic, man. It's so pathetic. Like, I would be like, I couldn't even take a chick home to try to introduce it to my parents, and because I'd be biting my nails if if the conversation between the chick and my mom ever comes up, and she's asking chick, well, you say you got so many kids, and how many different baby daddies, or my mom wouldn't even ask her like that. She'd be like, they all have the same father, and if a no comes out, oh my God, I won't hear the end of it. I won't hear the end of it. But my mom's married to my father, and they've been together my whole life ever since I grown up. So maybe I was just raised different. I don't know, but like, I won't be able to hear the end of it. But let's finish.
He said it's only room for one baby. Duh, the one I already got. I understood you, baby. You should have called me. She want better than herself for herself. Don't you want better?
I can't hear you. You went out. Zach?
Can you hear me now? Somebody was calling me.
I can't
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Somebody was calling me. Yeah, she just want better for herself.
So she just wants better than what she brings.
Yeah, she trying to come up. She don't want nobody with her. 3 baby mamas, a little kid, work with her.
But she had 3 baby daddies and she had a little kid.
I understand that. But she understands how hard it is to take care of them 3 babies. and deal with them 3 baby daddies. She's done. She want better. I feel you, baby. She want better for herself than herself.
Zach, they love you.
But exactly, she know what it is. She know what that lifestyle is about. Don't nobody want to deal with that shit. She don't even want to deal with that shit, even though she's firmly in it. And that's why we don't understand why. I mean, yeah, we understand why. We just don't. We just hate the fact that women try to play off the fact that they don't know why dudes, the majority of dudes, don't want to date or deal with single mothers. That's what we hate. We hate when a single mother acts like she doesn't know why she's still single or why she can't get a dude of high value. It's because you have kids. That's the number one reason. It will always be the number one reason. Bitch, you got kids. I don't understand how we even got into a time where we have to even debate about that. It's always been like that. It's just now that men are, we don't care that we voice it. We don't care if you know. We don't care if you hear it, because we're done. We're tired. Nobody wants to be stepdaddy. Nobody wants to have all these kids, raise all these kids, pour financially into all these kids that we didn't have the pleasure of making. No dude, there's no dude. Look, I will put my life on this. God, if I'm lying, strike me, kill me right now. There's not one dude on God's green earth ever throughout the history of time that has ever said, Lord, please find me a woman that is for me. That's the most beautifulest thing that I've ever seen. And please, Lord, please don't forget, please make her have a lot of kids. Please make her have a lot of other dudes' kids so I can take care of them. There's nothing more than I want is to take care of another dude's kids. Lord, if I'm lying, please take me out right now. I beg you. Like we need to stop playing this game. Single mothers need to stop playing this game. Once that kid come, and if you're not married to that dude, then more than likely 95% of the time your life is going to be a wrap. I don't understand why y'all continue to have these kids out of wedlock anyway. It makes no sense. Like, it just makes no sense at all. And then y'all bitch and complain about it later, like you're not the issue or the problem. Children are not born into this world unless the mother wants them to be born into this world. Now, I'm not like, oh man, I do hold some men accountable, because I don't understand why niggas, especially if you know you got a certain type of future ahead of you, or things of that nature, why would you even impregnate a chick if you know you don't want a future with her in the first place? Like, why are you like, look, man, when I was growing up, I treated my nut like it was 14 karat gold draped in diamonds. Like, a chick had to be worthy of me busting in her. Like, I didn't have my first and only kid until I turned 29 years old, and I was married to the chick who I had it with. It just won't happen. And from where I come from, it went like this. Like, in the younger days, and back when kids, when we were in high school and everything like that, the ones who were going off from high school, going off and going to college, that knew they were going to college, they didn't have kids at an early age. They knew they were going to college. They knew they weren't having kids at an early age because it was more to come. They were probably going to see more women. They wanted to get their education, their degree, and everything like that, and meet the woman of their dreams. Hopefully, meet the woman to have kids with and marry later on down the line once they got all their ducks in a row, as far as financial, career-wise, and everything of that nature. The ones who didn't go to college, especially as far as mainly speaking about the women, the ones who didn't go to college, they were having kids like pretty much right after high school. I mean, I knew a few who had kids while they're in high school, but the majority, like, soon as they graduated, between that 18 to 20 year mark, them kids came. Like, they was coming back to back to back to back. And again, I submit the fact that being that they know, or they didn't know where their future was going, that they just said, F it, I might as well just go ahead and have a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because people, especially the women who knew they were going to college from when they were in high school, they were not having kids at all. Like, I went to college. I went to HBCU, and all the women who, of course, stayed on campus and everything like that, of course, they didn't have any kids. Like, and this is all across the nation. Women who know they're going to college, they don't have kids while they're in high school or after high school because they know they're going to college. So it seems like, I don't know, it seems like the women who know they pretty much that future is bleak or they really don't have any plans for their future, it's like, well, let me just go ahead and have a kid. I mean, this is pretty much what I've seen personal experience, because I don't know how many women I went to high school with on my Facebook, that I'm Facebook friends with, had kids like right after. I'm talking about immediately after high school. It's like, what is this? Preach this in your home? Like, did your mom tell y'all once you have a kid? I mean, once you graduate from high school, you better have a kid. So, like, I never like. It's an influx. Like, it's very noticeable that majority of women have kids like right after they graduate high school. It's insane. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. I just thought this was one of the craziest calls I'd ever seen. This chick pretty much described the male version of herself in which that she doesn't want to date. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen something like that. You got 3 baby daddies, 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies, but you don't want to date a dude who has the same. And she went on to explain why, and because and that's the reason that why men don't want to date single mothers, and that's pretty much, and that's the delusion for me. It's like she is the prime example of why men know. It's like, we know, we not dumb. We probably know more than y'all know, even though y'all the single mothers in the situation. We know what comes with being a stepfather. And no matter how much a chick may say, oh, I just want a man as long as he can take care of himself, he ain't got to take care of my kids. What the fuck world are y'all living in? Of course he's going to have to, somewhere down the line, help take care of those kids if he's going to be serious, if y'all going to be in a serious relationship. I mean, when y'all go out to eat, like, he's just gonna pay for himself and he expects you, or better yet, pay for you and him, but not pay for the kids that you have with those other dudes. Of course, you ain't gonna have that. No woman would have that. She would have some type of attitude, audacity. Like, that relationship would not last long, especially when it comes to a black woman. Any woman, it's not happening. That's why we know. It's like, why do y'all say that dumbass rhetoric when we know if it's going to be a serious relationship, of course he's going to have to pour financially into those kids. That's why we don't want to do it, because we know what the play is. We're not trying to, man, look, I work too damn hard for the money I got to just fucking freely give that shit away to something, or for something that I had no pleasure or I had no responsibility or liability in creating or making. The hell? It's crazy. And if it's a lot of things is crazy, man. I don't understand why y'all chicks continue to have kids with dudes you're not married to. If you don't want ever get married, that's cool. Then just say that. But stop. Don't have no kids. And that's the thing. That's why we know that a lot of women today have kids, are willing to have kids way more than they are to get married, because they want to be alone on themselves. They don't want to be controlled, so to speak. They want to have the kids so they can get the government benefits, Section 8, housing, Medicare, Medicaid, whichever one it is, and food stamps, and all the while they'll stream independent while they're getting all that shit. They'll still stream independent, being independent, even though they're getting all types of help. Shit is crazy, man. But this your boy, Black Talk TV. Like, subscribe, comment, subscribe. I want to hear your thoughts on this, what y'all think. I got more. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do another live within the next hour or two. And yeah, got more stuff coming for y'all. Peace.